Greetings, cheese lovers. This is Jill Erber of Cheesetique with your Cheese and Wine Club for June of 2026. So the three cheeses that you see before you have three significant things in common. The first is they are all from Switzerland. Now, I love Swiss cheeses, and one of the reasons that I'm featuring all Swiss cheeses on this board is because the Swiss cheese industry has been particularly hard hit by tariffs recently, and so I want to give them a little bit of love. I want to give them a little bit of exposure and let them know we are rooting for them and we love them so very much. These artisan producers deserve a lot of focus, so that's what we're doing today. The second thing all three of these have in common is they are all made from unpasteurized cow's milk. So you're going to get a fuller flavor, a better sort of more supple texture, and a more complex sort of sense of depth in both the aromatics and the flavors of these cheeses. And thirdly, which is really, really unique and really cool, all three of these cheeses, although they are very firm to the touch, they have all extra cream added to the curd before it is turned into cheese. Now, a lot of us are familiar with this concept of adding extra cream to very soft, squishy brie style cheeses to make cheeses like double cream brie or triple cream brie. Well, this exact same process is done with these cheeses, except they are then aged for anywhere from a few months to about a year. So instead of getting sort of a more luscious, buttery type of experience, you're getting just a more dense, rich, and really just a really interesting and unique kind of flavor composition from these cheeses. So those three commonalities are what tie these cheeses together. So let's go ahead and get started on the details of each one. The first is sort of when the average person thinks of Swiss cheese, this is the kind of cheese they're thinking of. It's the Emmental style of cheese, but this specific producer calls theirs Rahmtaler, which is just a really, really cool name. It's the typical kind of like with the holes in it, beautiful kind of pale color, a nice kind of sweet, nutty flavor. But again, because this one is made with unpasteurized milk and because it is extra cream added, you're getting an even more kind of poppy flavor. You're going to really, really love the richness of this Rahmtaler. Second, we are moving on to a cheese that we've actually never had at Cheesetique before. This is a cheese called Appenzeller White Label. And it's aged a little bit less than traditional Appenzeller. But again, what differentiates it really is the addition of that extra cream. It is, again, unpasteurized cow's milk. You're going to be getting, again, it's sort of a dense texture, but still quite, I mean, it's pliable. You can give this guy a little bend there, and he has some give to him. So Appenzeller White Label, absolutely delicious. We're going to be taking it up in flavor and aromatics just a notch from the Rahmtaler. Third, we have one of our favorite cheeses here at Cheesetique, and I just could not do a feature board about Swiss cheeses without including Challerhocker, which is just, again, outstanding. This one is sort of brothy and rich and savory. The definition of umami is kind of captured within this cheese, and you'll absolutely love it. Again, raw cow's milk, raw cow's milk, raw cow's milk, all extra cream added, all from Switzerland. Our accompaniments are going to really partner with these cheeses beautifully. So first, we have little French Cornichons pickles, which are not sweet gherkins like the American style. These are actually little sour pickles, and the acidity and the brightness of those helps to cut through the richness of these cheeses and make the flavors pop. And secondly, we have actually an American cracker, a sweet butter cracker. So I was kind of going for the richness angle on this one. So these are made with butter. They're a little bit sweet. They're going to balance the savoriness of these cheeses, but the richness is going to be a really nice complement. And finally, this is a wine that I am particularly excited about. I kind of can't believe that I found this one. I'll be honest with you. So this is a Vin de Savoie. Savoie is actually Savoie is in France. It is right across the border from Switzerland. Very difficult to get Swiss wines here in the United States. They just don't export a whole lot of them. They do make them, but not really exporting a whole lot. So this is from right across the border in France in the Savoie region. Beautiful high altitude terrain there. This is a really cool Jacquère. No, I'm not saying that right. It's a beautiful sounding grape when a person who actually can pronounce it says it. But anyway, this is an indigenous white grape to the region of Savoie. And a really cool thing about this is it grows on vineyards that lie atop the results of a landslide that happened in the 13th century in this region. So it upturned all of these stones from under the earth, and so the vineyards lie atop that. And so it just gives it a beautiful minerality, in addition to the crisp sort of apple notes. The acidity of this guy is going to cut through the richness of these cheeses so beautifully, and you cannot deny the coolness of this bottle that actually has the mountains on it in the shape of the mountains on the label. So it's kind of cool. So this is our beautiful Vin de Savoie Apremont, which is a really fun wine to say. And I hope that you find that this combination is really beautiful. Yay, Swiss cheese. We love you, artisan producers, and I will see you next month.